Hello, I thought today I would show you how to put one of the customada flowers together and then make it into a half ball for the top of the flower and vase kits. So first of all, we take our petal and this flappy bit, we just hold it down with the nail and keeping the fingers away if you're using a hot glue gun, and then put a bead down the centre and don't put your finger in like I just did, and roll that piece over to meet it. Now we roll it, don't squeeze that back. We want that nice and rounded for the petal, and then when it's dry just give it a gentle squish to round it off. I'll just show you again. So hold that down with our nail, put a bead of glue down the centre, roll the other side over to meet it and squish it down and give it a little pop. Then when we're going to glue the flower together, we're going to glue this edge here, not the centre piece there, the edge, okay? So we'll just put a bead of glue down that edge, and then we'll put the next petal onto it at an angle. If you put them squished up together, you'll need an awful lot of petals to make a round. It's traditional to have 5 petals on a customada, and although some people do like to do 6, they feel it's more even, but I've always done 5. So we're putting 3 petals together, and then we're going to glue the other 2 together in that same way. So again, a bead of glue just down the one side, not the centre, just one side to the centre, and push that on like so. Now this one looks like it's popping open, but it's not. It's just that I've put my glue too far back, so I'm just going to put a little tiny bit in and squish it down. Now it doesn't matter that I've got glue seeping out there because that's going to get hidden in the centre of the flower. Now pick up your 3 and put your hands carefully underneath, away from the glue, and then we're going to put glue down that edge and down that edge there, and then marry the 2 together and make sure it's nice and straight going down, and just hold it for a second. Now you can see it's got quite a big hole in the centre, and because we're using wallpaper, it's a little bit bigger than it would be if you were using book paper, but that's fine. So I've got a button. Now, always put the glue on the paper, never on the button. Remember, buttons have holes, so when you're putting it on, you can sometimes, although not in this case because the hole's too big, but sometimes glue can seep through those holes, so do be careful. That's the flower complete. Now I've got the others here, so it takes 6 flowers, and I've got the others here ready to glue together. So to do that, we're going to glue down 2 of these points from point to point, and then take another flower and glue them together. Okay. And now we're going to do the centre one. So if you want to measure up where you want your glue, wherever it touches is basically where you want your glue. So in this case, we're going to go here, down the centre there, and along this pointed edge here. So if you're unsure, just put your petal against it, sorry, your flower against it before you actually glue, and then we're going to put those 3 points on that glue edge and just hold it in place. And hot glue does stay warm for a little while, so you can jiggle it around and level it up at that point, but don't leave it too long because otherwise it won't move. Now we're going to do exactly the same on the others. Point to point, jiggle down the centre, point to point, and pop another one in. And again, down that point to point, little jiggle down the centre, and pop another one in. And then we've just got one more to fit. Oops, that's a little out of line. Come on. There we go. Now, at this point, we've got 4 places where it will touch. Okay, so we've got the outer 2 points and the inner 2. So we're going to put our glue there. Jiggle, jiggle, and a line of glue there. And then slip that in and have a little wriggle to line it up where you want it to be. And there is your half ball flower to go on top of the vase.